Okay, welcome everyone. So basically, I am going to be explaining the very basics of digital marketing. And the reason I want to actually begin by explaining the basics is because there's no point in me trying to explain all the different technical aspects and things like conversion rate optimization, things like that. There's no point in me doing that because it's not going to make sense. And and to be honest, you don't need to know all that complicated stuff in the beginning. If you understand the basics, then you can basically you can know how to market things. You can know how to do digital marketing without going into all the complicated details. And so that's the reason I'm beginning with that. So the first thing we're going to start with today is the funnel, okay? And this is the basic marketing funnel that that is that's present across all these different courses, online courses, even in universities, in different schools. They teach this exact same funnel. But this is the very basics, okay? So we always start with attention, and then we go to interest, desire, action, and retention. And this applies across all different products and services. So whenever people, most people don't start. um, this isn't necessarily in chronological order. So, for example, most people don't start at attention, and then they go to interest, and then they eventually take an action, and then they go to retention. Sometimes people just go straight to action straight away, or some people, they may need more time. They start at attention, and then they need more time to basically develop some sort of understanding of the product and service before they actually take an action. Okay, so what's a good example of this? A good example of this would be something like someone that's trying to lose weight. So they might start at the attention the attention phase, and they might be thinking to themselves, you know, they don't like how their body looks. So, they might have thoughts such as, I don't like how I look. I'm getting, I'm getting a bit more weight around the edges. I might need to lose weight. So then they start, and they need more time. Once they start to think about it more and more, then they might think, I might need to lose weight, and then I need to find a gym or a personal trainer. And then this is when they actually take an action and they say, I'm going to this gym or personal trainer. And once they've taken that action, then they might even take another action. They might think that because it's so helpful and it's so valuable to them that they'll continue. So once they've gone to the gym or they've gone to whatever personal training it is, they might decide, I might book another session. But this is basically how the funnel works. So someone might think that, I don't like how I look. Now, someone that doesn't like how they look, they're not just going to go straight to a gym. They might need more time to consider things. What exactly should they change? Should they lose weight? Should they gain muscle? It really depends on their situation. But basically, this is how the funnel works. They start at the awareness stage, go down to interest, desire, and then they take an action, and then potentially they may take another stage and go to retention, which is where they repeat the service or product. So that's basically the funnel in a nutshell. Um, Now, usually when it comes to digital marketing, there's only three types of digital marketing. Okay, there's brand awareness, which is basically getting people to be aware of your product or service. Lead generation, which is basically actually, in most cases, lead generation is just advertising. So it's just getting, it's promotion. So buy this product can fix your problems, things like that. It's so usually it's in the case of things like paid ads. So for example, if you scroll through social media, you'll see a lot of paid advertising. People will be advertising, and then you might click on their link and you'll land on a website, and that website will basically aim to push you towards making a purchase or maybe subscribing to something in particular, right? So usually it it first starts with getting brand awareness. So brand awareness might be something such as I guess it might be something such as just some videos on social media. You see like YouTube videos or online videos, or maybe it's a blog. Maybe you're doing research for a specific topic. You're typing in Google, "How do I lose weight?" and you see a blog article. That Now the goal of that article isn't necessarily to convert you into a customer, but it brings awareness, right? So if you read that blog article and you find that it's very useful, it helps to answer a lot of questions, and it helps to actually give you useful advice, then that will help generate awareness for that brand. Okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to make a purchase straight away, but it generates awareness. It generates good brand awareness, right? If they answer your question, then you think to yourself, this is really helpful. I'm gonna do more research, see what else they might, what else they can help me with, and then eventually they, they might consider becoming a customer. But that's just an example, right? So that's brand awareness. Lead generation is more like, making a purchase straight away. So instead of someone who's doing research, for example, how do I lose weight? Maybe what are some exercises I can do to lose weight? Or what are some foods I can eat to improve my weight loss? Right? Instead of that, it would be something kind of like gym. If someone is typing for something like gym or personal trainer, then that would be lead generation. But if someone's in the stage where they're kind of looking for more information, then that would be more brand awareness. And then the final stage is retention, and this is really all about just getting return purchases, whether it's for a product or service. So that retention might be something like a loyalty card. So a lot of fashion stores, they have loyalty cards, which basically kind of incentivizes people to make repeat purchases because they offer a discount. So that basically gets people to return and make repeat purchases. That's basically what retention is. So it might be an email, it might be an SMS. Well, whatever it is, the goal is to generate a repeat purchase or a repeat service. So those are the main three types of digital marketing. Now, I'll just explain a bit more about this. Okay, so brand awareness is about building awareness of your product or service. So if you just look at fashion, there's not just one sort of fashion style, right? There's luxury fashion, for example, brands such as Gucci would be in the luxury fashion space, and then there's also sports fashion. So these would be brands like Nike, Adidas, Puma. That's more based around sports, but it's still a form of fashion where they sell clothes and shoes and stuff like that. Okay. So brand awareness is basically about emphasizing what you specialize in compared to competitors. And in most cases, all big companies have a brand. For example, when it comes to sports fashion, Nike is known for basketball clothing. Adidas is known for soccer clothing. McDonald's is known for their burgers, and KFC is known for their fried chicken. So even though KFC and McDonald's, they're both considered fast food brands, they're known for different things. McDonald's is known for being, the fast food brand for burgers, whereas KFC is known for being the fast food brand for fried chicken. Okay, so that's brand awareness. Lead generation is also known as customer acquisition. So just think of it as you're basically looking to gain customers or clients. That's lead generation. So this might be something like someone is typing for something, they're searching for something such as buy shoes. Well, now, when someone's searching for something like buy shoes, the state that they're in, okay, just think about the state that they're in. They've thought about the fact that they need to buy shoes, and they've gone to Google and they've typed in that specific phrase, buy shoes, which means they're ready to buy shoes. Okay, in most cases, people that are typing in something like buy shoes, they're looking to buy shoes. Okay, I mean that's pretty obvious, but that's the point of lead generation is to reach them at the right time in the right place, basically, right? So reach them when they're ready to make a purchase. Now, if someone is typing for something like, best soccer shoes or most comfortable shoes for soccer, or maybe cool looking shoes. I mean, they might not necessarily be looking to make a purchase straight away, but someone that's typing in buy shoes, they're much more likely to be making a purchase. So that's basically lead generation. It's a different stage of the funnel. It's at the point where they're ready to make a purchase, and so usually most people reach them through advertising. Okay, so here's another example of an online ad, and this ad is run on Google. So this is a Google ad. So this is known as an AdWord ad, and this is known as a shopping ad. Now here's another example. This is on Facebook and Instagram. So it's a similar copy of this this style of ad, but it's on a different platform. So this ad is on Facebook and Instagram. Now I want to ask everyone a question. What do you think is more effective when someone is looking to buy shoes straight away? Would it be more effective to show them an ad on Facebook and Instagram, or would it be more effective to show them an ad right where they're searching? So, I mean, let's actually think about this, okay? Someone who's randomly scrolling on social media, they're just scrolling through their news feed. They might just be bored waiting for a train, or they might be waiting for, I don't know, waiting for their friends or something. But let's say someone's just waiting, right? And they're just scrolling on their feed, and they see an ad, and they see something like, we have our shoes for sale, 50% off. That maybe they click on it, maybe. But if you think about someone who's actually looking to buy shoes and they're actually typing that in, then they're going to be much more likely to make that purchase compared to someone who's not really in the mood. They're just, they're just scrolling. Now, now Facebook and Instagram, their algorithm is very, very specific and very targeted. So in this case, they, the advertising algorithm is very strong, but it doesn't mean that this will work, 100% of the time, and that doesn't mean that it will be very effective. And in most cases, you're better off using something like Google Ads because they're actually in that state. They're in the desire phase where they're actually ready to make a purchase. Whereas someone who's scrolling through social media, not really, you know. I mean, even if you have a very strong offer, it can work. You obviously can make a few purchases, and obviously they wouldn't be running ads if they couldn't make any conversions. But it's not going to work as good as Google. And so usually in most cases, you'll find that Google actually charges a lot more per click compared to platforms like Instagram and Facebook. Okay, now the next one is retention. Okay, so a majority of a business's customers are actually previous customers. So this is an interesting fact. Okay, majority of a business's customers are actually previous customers. Now, if you think of some of the biggest tech companies in the world, like Netflix, Google, Instagram, most of them have a recurring kind of business model. Okay, most people that have Netflix, it's like it's a subscription, right? Same with Google. People that use Google, whether it's Google Ads, usually they have to consistently keep paying, and it's not something that you just buy just one time and then you can use it forever. You have to consistently be buying Google Ads. So this is kind of the benefit of retention, and boosting retention is that you get repeat profit basically, right? So this is why businesses are interested in retention. So what are some common strategies? So there might be things like discounts, gift cards, email, SMS offers, referral programs, and newsletters. Okay, so that's basically uh, this whole this is basically the fundamentals of marketing, right? Getting attention, converting that to interest, converting that interest to desire, converting that desire to action, and then converting that action to retention. Okay, so that's basically it. Okay, and yeah.